Check. Hey. Hello out there, Redbird. How are you folks doing on this beautiful Tuesday evening? Woo! Well, thanks for coming out to Redbird. We have a packed house tonight, and we have a heck of a show in store for you. If you're wondering what's going on at Redbird on a Tuesday night, you have the fortunate experience of joining us for Three Little Birds, which is our songwriters night. Every Tuesday, all winter long, we get two songwriters and then this guy together, and we sing original music all night long. We tell you a bit of stories behind the songs, and then sometimes, if it works out, we have some live collaborations on the stage right in front of your very eyes. It's a very special show, and my name's Dan Tait. I'm your host every week. And so there's a couple quick housekeeping things I'm just going to go over before we get into the show and before I introduce you to these two fabulous singer-songwriters. So the first thing I do want to mention is these front two tables here. Hi, my friends. Thanks for coming to the show. We do like to reserve those for listening environment fans, fans that are here for kind of the show, that are here to listen to what the artists have to say and maybe get a little bit of sweat on them because you are front row. The other thing I want to mention is there are two ways to take care of your artists tonight. There's lots of people in this crowd, so I love that because we've been doing free shows since the very beginning. Since we started in that little room across the parking lot, Redbird had a capacity of 60, and we packed it with 100 people on live music shows. And every night was a free music night. So you see the air quotes, quote unquote, free music. And that's because the generosity of everyone that came to the show kept them, quote unquote, free. So we can continue to keep these shows, quote unquote, free by supporting your artists. The first way you can do it is we've got an old-fashioned analog cash tip jar at the front of the stage. The other way you can do that is we have QR codes everywhere. There's QR codes, 2 per table. Every single table has 2. And if you miss that one, then there's a giant QR code above the kitchen. So just shine your phone up to that, enter the amount that you can afford for these wonderful working artists, and that will go straight to the artist. Redbird has never taken a cut and never will. Last but not least, we are broadcasting live across the universe through Rebellious Unicorn Studios. If you fall in love with this series, we love it, and we want you to be able to follow along wherever you are, and you can follow on YouTube. Just look up on YouTube, Rebellious Unicorn Studios, and then hit that subscribe button every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. We're going to go live. Well, my friends, what do you think about, how about I introduce you to these two fabulous artists here? So starting on your far right, this gentleman, I've actually been listening to his music longer than I've known him. I didn't realize he was a local. I didn't realize, actually, I had a little bumble that I may speak about a little bit later. But this gentleman hosts house concerts. He releases music under his own name. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Sean Waters. Sitting center stage with the ukulele. She was from here and then moved away, and she's back. She has just released her brand new single. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Daybreaker. And my name's Dan Tait, and we're going to just get right into it. So I'm going to start with a tune. Our illustrious sound tech requested. This is a tune I released this past summer, and the snow is flying, and that's my favorite time of year. When the snow is flying, I love to ski and snowboard, and I take some time up at Big White Ski Resort, and there's this little lake at the top of Big White. There's a cliff band around it, and it all looks down on this beautiful lake called Ronda Lake. All 4 seasons of the year, it's the most beautiful place in the world to me. And this is a tune I wrote about going up to Ronda Lake and remembering my people that have passed. So this is Ronda Lake. Found my way up to Ronda Lake. Watch all the whiskey smokestacks fly. Little jar full of ashes and endless pale blue skies. Did most of my growing here from sprout to towering tree. Bumps and scars that I carry now, they remain to remind me how my baggage tree. It won't be back to bother me. And I am ready to leave, 'cause I remember who I used to be. Rolling in just like a hurricane, all those troubled times abound. Take off of a light mountain road and I'm keeping the hammer down. It feels low and I return, wanna feel it every day. Keeps me coming on back for more, hoping for a way to stay. All of my baggage tree, it won't be back to bother me. And I am ready to leave, 'cause I remember who I used to be. Oh, stay home, take me home to Ronda Lake. Oh, stay back today. I was born for a gift in Ronda Lake. It's time to see who I really used to be. All of my baggage is chipped. It won't be back to bother me. And I am ready to leave here, 'cause I remember who I used to be. Oh, won't you take me home? Take me home to Ronda Lake. Oh, won't you take me back today? Take me home to Ronda Lake. Won't you take me back today? Thanks very much, my friends. Just like that, we are off. I'm going to hand the imaginary baton over to my friend Daybreaker. What do you got for us,
Thank you.
Daybreaker? How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. It's really good to be here. I don't know. I was just thinking about the snow falling and how, I don't know, it's kind of the first snowfall-ish of the year, maybe?
I mean, if you look at the drivers out there, it's definitely the first snowfall.
Yeah. But it just reminded me of a song I wrote a couple years ago on the first snowfall of the year. And it's kind of just a song about, like, seasons changing and how, I don't know, whenever it's, like, looks like this outside, it's always so hard for me to imagine, you know, days on the beach, like laying in the sun or swimming in the lake. And yet that's kind of how seasons change. It's, like, so abrupt. So, yeah, this is a song about that. How is it only a month ago? I was swimming in the lake. Was that really me? Diving in, icy cold alone. years older, that old sweater doesn't fit. I'm okay with it. I'm 4 years older, that old sweater doesn't fit. I'm okay with it. Thank you.
Lovely. What was the line about the old sweater?
It was at the end there.
Yeah.
I'm 4 years older. That old sweater doesn't fit. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mr. Sean Waters.
Yes, Dan.
You look gorgeous, backlit by that Christmas tree, my friend.
The glow.
Yeah.
The glow.
It's a vibe.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can't smell them though. When I think of winter, I lived on the island for a year, and on the island when you're in winter, you're excited because of the surf and the ocean. And this song is a reoccurring dream of mine about jumping in the water, getting in the ocean. I wrote this probably 8 years ago now. It's called Jump. You had nowhere else to go. I got nowhere else to be. You've been hiding all of your love, just waiting on me. And so we packed up all our stuff, said we'll be gone in a couple of weeks. And we hopped in your convertible, headed west down Main Street. I said, I don't know where we're going. Said we're headed to the sea. Then we jumped into the water and holding on to each other. You said there's something about the ocean that keeps us coming back again. Then we drove all night with lots of coffee and nicotine. We followed the sunrise. He led us right down to a white sanded beach. I said, I don't know where we're going. You said we're headed to the sea. Then we jumped into the water and holding on to each other. You said there's something about the ocean that keeps us coming back again. Oh, then we jumped into the water and holding on to each other. Something about the ocean that keeps us coming back again. laying on a beach. I'm in the middle of another California. Dream about you and me. Laying on a beach. I'm in the middle of another California. Dream about you and me. Laying on a beach. I'm in the middle of another California. Dream about you and me. And then we jumped into the water, holding on to each other. You said there's something about the ocean that keeps us coming back again. Then we jumped into the water and holding on to each other. You said there's something about the ocean that keeps us coming back again.
Yeah. Did you say you were living on the island?
Yeah.
Yeah? Excellent. Nice.
Did you ever go live on the island?
I've never lived on the island.
okay.
I always dreamed about living on the island. Were you like West Coast, like Yuki, Tofino?
I was on Souk.
Souk?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hear there's a really great house concert series in Souk.
I
Speaking to a fellow house concert host, actually.
I never heard of it. There was a good little pub there, but
Yeah?
that's all I ever really knew.
Nice. Nice. I'd love to get out to play Souk. I've played all over the island, but never played Yuki and never played Souk.
It's kind of out of the way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Although I got to Tofino to play a couple times.
Yeah. Tofino is very out of the way.
Very. Well, I think I might continue on this theme of winter songs. And this one it's aptly named Winter Song. I released it with my band Kentucky Eileen last year, and we went on a winter tour. And I'm gonna bring it right down to bring you in for these songs. This one's a little bit of a sing-along. If you're feeling it, the lyrics are, "It's a long, cold winter here. In song and story we persevere." Let's try it. In a bar outside of town, snow is coming down. They kick their boots, hang their coats, laugh and they talk to you. Outside the door, passing by. Inside is full of light. Strike a chord. It's a funny thing how the whole bar starts to sing. It's a long, cold winter here in the song and the story persevere. When the nights grow long, come gather the fears, 'cause it's a long, cold winter. So I wrote this song about places like this. And I found myself in Fernie, BC, performing a tiny little room called the Kodiak Lounge. We were in, it was in fall of 2021. We were in one of those weird zones where we didn't know where the COVID restrictions stood. And so everybody didn't know if they could hug or if they could stand beside each other or if they had to be seated or any of that craziness. The rules are really gray sometimes, and I remember seeing a group of my fans and friends. They came in a little bit hot. They were a little rowdy that night, and they were dancing on tables and they were smooching all over each other, which I hadn't seen in a very long time. And the snow was falling just outside the window, and it made me realize that we had been missing that for months and months. When we get together in the winters, especially up here in cold climates, it's because we need to. We need to see our community, even when the night comes to an end. It's getting late. The taps are closed. We all put on our coats. We're shaking hands. We're catching eyes. Just come home, it's good night. It's a long, cold winter. In the song and the story persevere. When the nights go long, come gather your fears, 'cause it's a long, cold winter. It's a long, cold winter. The song and the story persevere. When the nights grow long, come gather your fears. It's a long, cold winter. It's a long, cold winter. Thank you. Thanks very much. Thanks, you guys. You know, every once in a while when we have a lively crowd like this, I love throwing the like soft and meaningful curveball.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have any soft and meaningfuls. I'm assuming singer-songwriters, we've got some soft and meaningful sad bastard stuff in here.
Yeah, I feel like my problem is finding things that are not soft and meaningful. You mean in the song department, like song? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I had a couple songs that were coming to mind as you were playing, and just, I don't know. I mean, your song had such a reminiscent kind of feel to it, which was really cool. Just like
Thank you.
reflecting. Well, I mean, on COVID times.
Yeah.
That's reminiscing right there, as well as just that like thinking about friendships and kind of like, I guess, what life's about and people and all of that. But yeah, I have this song and it's called Wicker, and I would say it's in the like soft, reflective department. And I wrote it I started writing it one fall day. And I was just kind of in a bit of like a, maybe like apathetic season of just like not really wanting to like dig deep in my, maybe like seeing some things that I should work through, but not necessarily wanting to.
Yeah.
And just, yeah. So yeah, this is Wicker.
Yeah.
One, two, three, four. Wicker, the sound of the leaves falling. And I don't really feel much like calling on you. And I know the wrong things in the wrong way. Selling my soul just to feel okay. Living with a blanket over my ear. Avoidance is an answer while I'm still looking for a cure. Facing all my demons, trying to find a reason why.
for sticking on this reminiscent time. This is probably the first song that I released 10 years ago, my first EP. And it was a song about going to weddings. Winter is definitely not a good wedding time, but I felt very annoyed. This is a song about writing to myself. I felt annoyed that I wasn't dancing at weddings. I was that guy in the corner that needed to get a kick in the pants. And it's like, man, why don't I just join in? Why don't I just let loose? Why don't I be a part of the song and the dance? This is a song called All Night, and I just wish I could dance all night sometimes. If you feel like dancing, go right ahead. And why don't you sing? And hold my hand. What do I got to do to make you move? I've seen you here every night. No one holds you right. I've been waiting to find somebody like you. 'Cause you got nothing left to live for. You got nowhere else to be. And if it takes all night, I can hold you tight. Or until you feel the beat, we can dance all night. And I can hold you tight. Baby, it'll be alright. When it's just you and me. And we can dance all night. And I can hold you tight. Baby, it'll be alright. It's just you and me. I know you got some moves you can't wait to use. Don't let me hold you back. When you can dance like that, you got nothing left to live for. Got nowhere else to be. And if it takes all night, I can hold you tight. Oh, until you feel the beat, we can dance all night. And I can hold you tight. Baby, it'll be alright. When it's just you and me. And we can dance all night. And I can hold you tight. Baby, it'll be alright. It's just you and me. 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 Now this is the part of the song where I add in this little cover. And if you feel free to sing along, you might know the words. It's a slightly older song. We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. 'Cause if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, then they ain't no friend of mine. We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. 'Cause if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, then they ain't no friend of mine. We can dance all night. And I can hold dance all night, and I can hold you tight. Baby, it'll be alright when it's just you and me.
Yeah. So did it work? Do you dance at weddings now?
What's that?
Do you dance at weddings now?
I do.
You do? Excellent.
Don't invite me.
Bring the place down.
I'm not a good dancer.
Not a sight you want to see.
No, I feel like that's what makes it a good wedding dance floor, though. Like, you know, there's got to be good dancers, but there's got to be some awful dancers that are just
It's passionate.
there and passionate. Exactly.
Where do you land?
In the latter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awful but passionate.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
But it took me a while to get there. There was a period of time where I would like sit. I would sit at a table and drink at weddings, or I would
Yeah.
like, if everyone was on the dance floor, the arms would
The arm
cross, and I'd be
cross.
like,
Oh, yeah.
kind of like you, like, why can't I just, you know, loosen up a little bit?
Why do I need alcohol to do this?
Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Turns out you don't. You just don't need to care so much.
It's true.
Well, my friends, we're about halfway through, and so what that means is I'm gonna play a song, and then if you guys are okay with it, I'm gonna go retrieve us some dollarinos. I'm gonna take the analog tip jar to you, my friends. So I'm gonna come and hand deliver it while you each play a song, if that works for you.
Sure.
Yeah? Excellent. And I'll be honest, that little spiel was just stalling because I didn't know what to play next. But I never really solved that problem. So we're going to continue to stall for just a moment. I think I'll do this one. I'm going to play a tune. I landed out here 13 years ago with a best friend and a broken heart. And I had come from the adventure tourism industry in Ontario. I was a raft guide. I was a zipline guide. I worked on bungee towers. And me and my fiance at the time had split up. But we split up and we both worked at the same place, and we were living in staff housing, which is not a comfortable way to split up. I mean, there's no comfortable way to split up. But when you're living in staff housing, and adventure tourism folks are a little bit more free, we'll say. It was a really tough summer. So I ended up packing up my things, mainly because my friend Byron, he needed a ride out west. He wasn't a driver, so he had spent the summer convincing me that I needed to get a job out west. And that was 13 years ago, and I crash landed at Big White Ski Resort. But I didn't leave the adventure tourism industry. In fact, I still work in the adventure tourism industry to this day, but it's very seasonal. At the end of every season, it's a little bittersweet. You know, the people that you've been living with and working with pretty much 24/7 for the last period of time, you've got to pick up and leave. You gotta say goodbye to a bunch of them, and it's really exciting because you're moving on to something new. But it's also really sad because you're saying goodbye to a lot of international friends that you're not sure if you'll ever see again. So this is a song about that pack up. This is called the Pack Up Blues. Packing up my stuff, the sun is set out under the air. I'm loading up the truck. It's high time we get out of here. Yeah. Summer's gone too long. The leaves are changing and so am I. That autumn song. want another one there, Sean? Thanks very much. Thanks for playing, Sean.
That's great. Nice.
Well, my friends, I'm going to pass the baton over to Chelsea here, and I'm going to go visit you folks out front. I'll be taking the analog tip jar around. The baton for you.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think the next song I was thinking of playing, I don't know, as Dan was talking about just seasons and things changing and the unexpected and things not going how you want. I mean, that kind of describes life in a lot of ways, does it not? But I was going to play my song called Miss You, which is my first and only song that I have released so far. And it's a song just about how, I guess it started, the idea started one day when I was hanging out with my baby daughter, who's not a baby anymore. And I was just thinking about my brother, one of my brothers, and just how we were just so much a part of each other's lives in a way that we weren't anymore. And it wasn't what I expected. And just when you're young and somewhat ignorant, you just think things are always going to be the way that they are. And then things change and relationships change. And just the journey of coming to terms with that, I guess, is, both hard and good. So this song is called Miss You. Do you ever miss me like I miss you? Words in my head unread, I keep going through the clues.
Nice. When did that come out?
That came out November 29th, I think. Yeah, a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Chelsea used to sing in my band, so she knows some of the songs that I'm playing tonight. And she just started writing music not too long ago. And she almost have a full EP, full album coming out soon.
Yeah, slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This next song remind me of what Dan was saying about coming from Ontario. I feel like Kelowna has been, for the most part, my hometown since I was 5. I want to say, since '91. And it feels like home. It feels like when I go to the grocery store, when I walk downtown, I always bump into somebody I know, and it feels like this community is home for me. And this song is about coming home. And on the road all night, haven't seen any lights since I don't know when. Got a bunch of scars and this old guitar to remind me where I've been. There's a rest up ahead where we can lay our heads. I ain't sure we're gonna make it. We're almost halfway there, and I don't really care if we make it to the end. We'll let the sunrise lead us home. We'll let the sunrise take us home. Down this road before, but we're coming back for more, 'cause it keeps on promising blue skies, but it's always a lie that keeps on giving. Sunrise lead us home. We'll let the sunrise take us home. We're going home. We're going home. Can I get more guitar in my monitor, please, Aiden? Thank you.
Well, my friends, I think we got time for 2 more rounds, two more songs each, and then after that, we're not done with music. We've got an open mic right after this, and we've got a full sign-up sheet tonight. We got 4 open micers coming to play, and I do want to mention if you ever want to join the open mic, it's the only open mic in Kelowna where you have a trained sound technician taking care of you. You get to play on this big stage, and we even mix you so you can hear properly. We do an advanced sign up. So if you want to sign up to play, you can always hit Dan Tait Music on Instagram or dan@redbirdbrewing.com within a week prior to the open mic. So these 4 open micers signed up just in the last week to get the slot tonight. And we won't be back until like January 6th. So you got lots of time to work on your favorite cover or some of your original stuff. We love original stuff at this open mic, but we do that every Tuesday starting again January 6th. Well, I think I'm going to play. There's been some nostalgic vibes tonight. This is a tune I've been working with actually our mutual pal Andrew Judah. He's been doing a lot of production for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Excellent. and actually, it was. I have to share this a little bit. We had we got together on Friday night, and we got together with a number of the Okanagan music scene. And it was like a secret Santa, except we got to cover each other's songs. I have to share that it was probably one of the most magical nights I've had in years. And it was really cool. It was really cool to see you guys there and to discover you musically there.
Yeah.
That was really special. Yeah.
It's an awesome night. That was, yeah. It's hard to put into words.
Yeah.
Just how cool that is.
Yeah. And so we've all worked with Andrew. Andrew hosted it, and I don't know. I've never been comfortable with my own stuff in studio situations until I got to work with Andrew, and he's provided such comfort that I'm finally bringing a lot of these songs to life. And one of these songs that I had decided was always going to stay in the corner, and I'd just never release it, is this next song. And it's a song that it came out of a drive back home. I came from the Ottawa Valley, and I was driving this beautiful windy river road along the Ottawa River, and it's we've got hills out there. It's not as kind of mountainous as here in the Okanagan, but there's some dramatic sweeping drives that kind of come out on the Ottawa River vistas. And I remember doing this drive a few years ago and driving by my first love's house. In high school, I had fallen in love with a girl, and when you're in high school, you fall hard and fast and heavy. And I remember driving by this house for the first time in 15, 20 years, and I had to stop, and I had to just take it in for a minute, because we hadn't talked in that long, and there were so many memories I hadn't thought of that came up. And so this is a tune, this is for all of your first loves too, because we don't often look back at our exes and think about the good memories we had. So. Past your old house for the first time in a while. I remembered all the little things every time you
made me smile. I was parking up the street at night so your parents wouldn't wait. On the street lights I'm watching every step that you take. Things have changed on Osborne Street, though it's almost all the same. The market round the corner, it's changing hands again. And the old church where you taught me hymns, they're preaching different things. Had to stop and shake my head, it was all just too soon. In a lifetime we'll have many loves, ours was one of these. Sometimes they're awful, others a sea breeze. And it's you against the world, babe, they'll never understand. But for this young pair of lovers, they were with plans. So I drove on down past your old house for the first time in a while. I remembered all the little things every time you made me smile.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
That ending kind of
That was
sneaks
cool.
up on you.
It does. I like it though. I feel like an ending that leaves you wanting more is always a good ending.
Yeah. Well, and I kind of chose it because, you know, like a road or, you know, relationships, there's not necessarily an end,
Yeah.
right? And so it leaves a little bit of expectation, like, you know, maybe we'll meet again or something
Yeah.
like that.
And
Yeah.
it's like not every like life. There isn't always this perfect like resolve to things.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so the song can like reflect that, which
Yeah.
I think is really cool. Yeah, that's sweet. Thanks
Thank
for
you
sharing
very
that
much.
one. Yeah, I'm like, what do I want to play next? Keep going back and forth, but I feel like we've been on the kind of like reminiscing theme
Big
tonight.
nostalgia night.
Yeah, nostalgia. That's the word. This song that I'm thinking of, I wrote it, or I started writing it in the middle of the night when I was pregnant with, I think, my second kid, and I was just pregnancy insomnia, couldn't sleep, and just this like line and some words started coming to me, and yeah, it's kind of a song just like reflecting on relationships, partly like relationship with my husband, and just the like ebbs and flows of that over the years. And yeah, this song also talks about there's a line in it about an 89 Corolla, which was the first car that I ever bought with my own money. Shout out to my dad, who's here tonight. And because I had totaled his car and I needed a car because I was 18 and I had a job, and so he sold me this car for $200, and we ended up like keeping the car. And when me and my husband first got married, that was our main car. He was a student, and just recently, so whatever, I guess I had the car for like 15 years. Just recently, we got rid of it because after many efforts, we could not revive it anymore. And
Didn't this car have a name?
this car had a name. His name was Winnie, because
Where
when I bought it, it had like Winnie the Pooh decals all over it, and like the headrests, like it had like a Winnie the Pooh headrest.
Oh, really?
Cover, is that what they're called? And so by friends and whatever, we started calling it Winnie, and it stuck to the very bitter end. And when we said goodbye to Winnie, when the guy from Pick and Pull came and took her, I cried. And it's just always funny when these inanimate objects, they're meaningless, but yet they carry so much of our story. And I was just thinking about, all the years of life with Winnie, and where I started with her at 18 with working at a coffee shop, and
Even the way you talk about her. That's awesome.
she's a person.
Life with Winnie. I
Life
love
with
that.
Winnie. To now, it's like, wow, she's just been, it's a means to I guess reflect and think about life and the journey of life and all of that. So anyways, this song is not really about Winnie at all. I mean, there's a line about Winnie in it, but it's just about relationships and how they change over the years. And it's called Molehill. One, two, three, four. We made a mountain of
That was beautiful. And I caught the 89 Corolla in there.
Did you catch the part where it said, "And I taught you how to drive"?
In the 89.
I love that I taught my husband how to drive manual car. Not that feels good.
So, what year? I'm still fixated on the Corolla because
Yeah.
I've got a song about a van actually
A van?
that holds a big piece of my heart.
Okay.
And like, so you said you had her for 18 years?
No, I got her when I was 18. I had
Okay,
her
gotcha.
for 15 years.
Wow.
No. Yes. 16 years? 15 years. Yeah. 15 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I paid $200 for her. And the funny thing is, my husband actually somehow managed to get collector's plates on it. And so
Nice job.
on an 89 Corolla. And so it was, yeah, people definitely gave us some looks
That's
driving
awesome.
around. Yeah.
Nice. That's amazing.
What are you thinking, Sean?
I have a little bit of an announcement. That pizza there, is that yours? That's mine. Okay, so that pizza's for my wife. It's gluten-free, and now it's cold. So you're welcome to have a cold pizza that I ordered an hour ago. What, okay, now onto the music.
Back to the music.
This song I wrote, speaking of kids, you reminded me of kids. That's how we're going to segue this, from cars to kids.
Nice.
It's an easy transition.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I ended up having my first kid 13 years ago and hit this real low spot, like, oh wow, this is tough. And I remember sleepless nights and feeling like I was letting myself down, everyone around me down, and just feeling like I needed mercy. I needed grace from everybody because I kept screwing up. And yeah, this song is called Mercy. And when despair holds your heart and it won't let go, it takes all that you are until you lose control. And how did I let it get this far? I just want to know, is there a reason for these scars? I can't take them anymore. Would somebody please have mercy on me? Would somebody please have mercy on me? Oh, would somebody please have mercy on me? There's nothing else in this life that can give me peace. I got everything I ever wanted, but I'm still alone. Beautiful wife and 3 children, and I'm still looking for more. And what am I running from? I don't seem to know. Where to go? Would somebody please have mercy on me? Would somebody please have mercy on me? Oh, would somebody please have mercy on me? There's nothing else in this life that can give me peace. Take it away, Dan. Very nice.
I lost it for a second in there, but we got her back.
Yeah.
I think we got one more round left, my friends. We're going to do one more song each, then we're going to come at you with the open mic. I do want to mention one more time, if you've been enjoying your time tonight, thanks so much for joining us here at Redbird. It's an honor to be a spot for people to come and to be together. And additionally, it's a big honor to host songwriters like yourselves. So thanks for coming to join us. And I do want to mention one more time that if you want to support these fantastic artists that are in front of you, entertaining you tonight, please feel free. Don't be shy. If you feel like throwing $1,000 on that QR code, we won't say no. We will gratefully and graciously appreciate it. Or $10. It's up to you, really. Well, I love the idea of Sean's last song, the idea of kind of asking for a little bit of grace, asking for, you know, a little bit of mercy. And thanks for sharing kind of that moment you were in. And I was in a moment not too dissimilar. A couple years ago, I have a bit of an addictive personality, and I was kind of in the depths of my own addictions. And at the same time, I had been cast for a role in a film, which was kind of it was a very dark role. But the directors had found out I was a musician, so they kind of, on a lark, they asked if I'd be willing to write a song for this film, which is largely, like, it was a kind of a low-budget film, but a lot of heart behind it. And it's in this moment where this dark character is looking for redemption, looking for something to kind of, you know, a little bit of mercy in a place of darkness. And so I ended up writing this in my basement when I was living up in Rutland. And, you know, when I wrote it, I'd very much compartmentalized what I was going through, which was a lot of dark struggle with my own addictions. And so initially when I wrote this, I was kind of boastful about the fact it's about this character looking for redemption. But the more I played it over the years, and the more I kind of put some distance and miles between me and my addictions, I realized that this was very much kind of a cry for help myself. So kind of going off that theme, asking for mercy, this is a song called Heavenly Song. I wrote for the film The Founder Effect, but it's very much about me. I've seen a lot of bad things I don't wanna repeat, always haunting me. I refuse to sleep. I need a head back up on my feet. I need a lifeline now, pull me out of the deep. Out of the deep. I've got one more chance to redeem my soul. God, please guide my hand
to the lighter room. I want to see those gates and hear that heavenly sound. The end is coming quick. I know it won't be long, won't be long. I've done a lot of bad things. I don't get a believe. I never thought I'd be all the way you see. I need a lifeline now. I need a little relief. I need a hand back up. Pull me out of the pull me out of the day. I've got one more chance to redeem my soul. God, please guide my hand to the light. Want to see those gates and hear that heavenly sound. Yeah, please come quick. I know it won't be long, won't be long. Thanks very much. Well, that's my final tune.
That was really beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing that.
Of course. Of course.
I think like final tune. It's funny. I usually in the past start with this song, or I have, but just kind of where we're moving. This song I wrote in kind of a different way. I was experiencing a little bit of like a, I don't know, I guess writer's block is like the simple way to put it. Just a period of kind of like things not really clicking when I was writing, and so I decided to try this really random method of writing where I took a book, and it just happened to be a book of poetry, like some old book I had lying around, and I just started to like go open to random pages and put my finger on a word, and I would just like write down, and I did that maybe like 50 times until I had a page full of words, and then I just started to scan the words that I had compiled, and my goal was to not overthink it, and just whatever words stuck out to me, I circled. And then after that, I don't know, I had maybe like 10 words or something. And from those words, I just started to free write. And this song is what came from that, and it came pretty much, I don't know, in one sitting after that. Wow. And it was kind of a cool experience of like putting limits on myself. And I think in doing that, my goal was just to write something. And so going into it, I was kind of like, it's probably just going to be like a meaningless whatever song. But it wasn't. It turned out to be like a song of just, I don't know, the tension of like life and longings and being constrained to time and feeling like, yeah, the song is called Itch, so I won't give too much of it away, but yeah, it ended up being a song that was just really key, I guess, to where I was at in that time and still am, so yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Golden girl with a broken smile, eyes ablaze.
Did I hear a harmony out of you over there, Dan?
Just sneaky little
I
bottom
like
harm.
it. It was good.
Just an itch you couldn't scratch?
Yeah, that's it. I couldn't let it go. You know.
I want to say this last song I wrote, but I didn't entirely write it. This was a group effort. I had this lick, this little bluegrass lick that I came up with and I was playing around with. And I'm not a person with very many words. And I was like, hey, Chels, can you write something over this? This might have been, 4 or 5 years ago?
Well, it was the time of COVID.
It was the
It
COVID
was
time.
the COVID
The time of
so
COVID.
whatever that was.
Yeah.
2020, 20. I think we were. Yeah. So we were in isolation, and so it was all like, you texted me
Texting, yeah.
a voice memo. Yeah.
It's like, hey, you got lyrics for this?
And I happened to. It was a kind of a weird, like, I don't know. You had this little riff thing, and I had these lyrics that I had kind of come to mind on a walk a couple weeks before. I was walking with my kids, and I was like, this is weird and random. I don't know what this is. And then just like, kind of didn't do anything with it. And then as soon as you sent me that, it came back to mind. And then, I don't know, 24 hours later, we had a song
It
or
came
something like
together,
that. Yeah.
I probably still don't even know what it's about. I'm just the guy that plays the guitar.
And you can't totally remove yourself because you did write some of the lyrics to this song.
Did I?
You did.
Some ooze, probably.
No, some legitimate lyrics.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know what it's about either. I think it's an introspective song about like looking inward and not being afraid to look inward and like not needing to hide from yourself and hide yourself from others and just know that like you're loved and like you can dig deep and know that you're not going to be like rejected, I guess. That's like a summary. Is that
General
do you
summary.
agree with that in
Yeah.
your
Sounds all right.
All right. We're going to go with that today. I have good intentions. I have good advice. Take a trip to the dark side. See what you can find. No. To hold you, no
My friends, we have come to the end of another Three Little Birds night. Keep it going on your far right. That's Sean Waters. You can find him on Spotify and Instagram. Center stage, Daybreaker. You can find her on Spotify and Instagram. And my name is Dan Tait. I'm your host for every one of these. And stick around. We got open mic coming at you in a matter of minutes, my friends. So we'll see you in just a moment.